The subjects of my last two videos have been one of my 10 favourite films of all time and an animated Disney film respectively. In honour of continuity, the subject of this video will be an animated Disney film that is also among my 10 favourite films of all time. Mulan. I'll explain why I truly love this film, and I'll do it with my shirt on. Maybe? This 1998 Disney release is the tale of a young girl who stole her father's armour, ran away from home, and impersonated a soldier in order to battle the Huns. Did they send me daughters when I asked for sons? I don't think I can say the word Huns without then quoting lines from I'll Make a Man Out of You, so I apologise. From this description, several of the film's assets are already made clear. Firstly, is that Mulan honestly examines the traumatic nature of war with all the gravity demanded of such a topic, a prime example being the sight of the ravaged village, which is given an additionally realistic chilling quality since it punctuates a merry musical number. Violent implications are often presented through a restrained, powerful and cinematic approach. Another asset is its respectful examination of a specific setting and time period. I lack the expertise needed to govern whether these examinations are accurate, but the degree of attention involved in clothing, the display of spiritual beliefs, family honour, and slightly prejudiced societal attitude, particularly towards gender roles, at least prove that passion was clearly present. This same passion is also reflected through the artwork. Rich colour, vivid scenery, detailed and indicative character designs, and even brief experimental tributes to traditional Oriental art, as seen in one of the songs, which, by the way, are lyrically intuitive, melodic, and various. Individual moods are created by the songs, such as Reflection, a piece that's somber and emotionally reflective. I'll Make a Man Out of You, which is grand and empowering. The at least temporarily optimistic but foreboding A Girl Worth Fighting For, and the other one that's at the beginning. The film masterfully succeeds at encouraging viewer approval for Mulan. She's shown to be determined, formidable and resourceful throughout, though also flawed and unfortunate. There are brief but surprisingly complicated situations proving this, like her disastrous meeting with the matchmaker, in which she's told she's unworthy of bride material and she will never bring her family honour. Damning words, but made by a woman who in her defence had just been set on fire and drenched with tea, partially thanks to Mulan. These are objectively undesirable qualities in a wife. Fact is why I'm divorced. Actually, I'm not divorced, we're still married, and my wife continues to set me on fire and throw tea at me after I've fully applied makeup. Someone help. Likewise, her arrival to the army did involve deceit and initially resulted in disorder among the troops. These considered situations and several poignant, sobering moments, insightfully capturing her despair, served to make her eventual respect and celebration throughout China all the more earned and joyously rewarding for the audience. The recurring jeopardy is often softened, hey that rhymed, by a measured sense of levity, courtesy of theatrical humour and acerbic dialogue, and occasionally assisted by dynamic, creative, colourful fight sequences. Mulan's rounded characterisation is arguably a trait shared by every other important character. Her stern but loving, honourable father, her eccentric, wise grandmother, Mushu, her dragon, not lizard, he doesn't do that tongue thing, her playfully supportive sidekick who actively initiates several plot points, for better or worse, Captain Shang, the romantic, excitable dreamer adopting the facade of a commander, the immensely brave, insightful emperor, and Yao, Ling and Chempo, the comical sidekicks who nonetheless prove themselves brave and extremely efficient soldiers. The cast also features Mulan's mother, who is married to Mulan's father, and George Takei is the comically serious leader of Mulan's ancestors. Yet another admirable feature of Mulan is the fact that the romantic subplot is refreshingly minimised. Mulan and Captain Shang never officially enter a relationship, with the idea only being implied once the primary conflict has been resolved. The supernatural aspects are similarly presented. They enrich the whimsy of the setting and provide some historical context, though priority is thankfully provided to the realistic threat of China being invaded by the Huns. Did they send me daughters when I asked for sons? See, I told you it'd be a problem. With its many positives acknowledged, the time has arrived to admit that Mulan isn't objectively flawless. Although find an issue with one of my all-time top 10 films will as always be a challenging task. The one obvious negative is that the villain, Shan Yu, leader of the Huns, did they send me daughters when I asked for sons, I'm so sorry, is extremely generic, being given no characterization beyond being inherently evil. Usually this is a feature I really detest in films, although In the case of Mulan, this is forgivable, given the greatness surrounding this one era, as well as the fact that creating this realistically threatening figure with a genuinely intimidating presence in a family film is a seriously respectful creative choice that almost supersedes his general lack of personality. This is an error that could be totally omitted from the indefinitely delayed live-action remake, which the trailers do seem to be implying will actually make several bold changes to the source material. In conclusion, Mulan is one of my all-time favourite films, and in my own mind a masterpiece, due to its maturity, subtlety, artwork, character development, music, excitement, tension, emotion and humour. Those who were previously indifferent or even opposed to Mulan, I hope this video has improved your view on the film. If not, then dishonour! Dishonour on you, dishonour on your cow, no. Everyone's opinions are valid apart from the ones that are wrong. However, any who wish to convince me this film isn't a masterpiece in my own mind, you will fail, because no matter how the wind howls, a mountain cannot bow to it. Those of you who haven't watched Mulan in years, watch Mulan. Those of you who recently watched Mulan, rewatch Mulan. Those of you who've never watched Mulan, watch Mulan. Those of you who want to watch 10 Things I Hate About You, obviously watch 10 Things I Hate About You, but after, consider watching Mulan. Thanks for watching my video on Mulan. If I don't see you on the next video, I'll assume you've left home to join the army disguised as a male, which is seriously confusing if you already are a male. Remember to dispose of your foes from a safe social distance, as advised by the government. I suggest firing a cannon at a snowy peak. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Did they send me daughters when I asked for sons? You're the saddest bunch I ever met, and you can bet before we're through, Mister, I'll make a man out of you.